Howdy, howdy. Morning. We're still on the topic of words this week, only because I think there's a lot to be played around with the words that you use. So if you think about the word unleash, and what sort of picture does that get you to think about? Like maybe like letting go of the shackles, maybe hey Monique, how you doing? Just sort of letting go, unleashing something inside of you to help you get to where you want to go faster. There's a lot of words. So you think about words. Words have a lot of pictures attached to them. So if I said elephant, you're not going to get a picture of a duck. You're going to get a picture of an elephant. And then you are going to attach a feeling to that word. So like I can say the word frog and instantly some people would get the fear feeling with the picture of a frog. Now, I'm just going to play around with your head here a little bit. I was growing up with my mum was so scared of frogs. So frogs to me instantly gave me the feeling of fear. So I would see green frog and feel fear. So then that would make my actions be a certain way if I saw a green frog or if I saw any frogs. Like I would probably scream and jump around. Or I remember there was one night I had a different partner and I came home from work and somebody left a window open because we lived out in the bush. There was about 30 frogs in the house, and I sort of walked in the house and then I realized all these frogs were there. So instantly I'm in fear. I just sat on the couch and sat there for 2 hours waiting for him to come home and start getting rid of some of these frogs for me because I was instantly fear. And when I started this work, I thought, well, where did that fear come from? It came from my mum. Are frogs really that scary? Did I want to live the rest of my life being afraid of frogs? Thought, well, no. Now, it did take a little bit for me to actually pick one up, but I started picking them up and not being so afraid of them, and now I don't have that fear anymore. I've got some other friends that are really scared of frogs, and if one jumped on them, they would scream, or if one turned up next to them, they would scream. So, like, just think about the words. There's words, and then there's pictures, and then there's feelings. So whatever we are feeling and the picture that is attached with that feeling is what goes out to the world, and we are attracting it to us. So I don't see that many frogs as much anymore as what I did when I was petrified of them, because I was scared of them, I was attracting them to me. I hope this is making sense. So then if you think about, so you got the word illness, right? Or sick. I used to be somebody that got sick quite often. And then it wasn't until I was working with Bob Proctor one day and somebody said they had a headache. And he said, you made your headache, you could make it stop. And I thought, well, that's a bit far-fetched, as if. Anyway, I'd read a book, Heal Your Life or Heal Your Body by Louise Hay years and years ago, and I actually bought it for somebody and gave it to him when I was in my 20s, and I got laughed at, so I thought, oh, okay, this must be a load of shit, so I didn't go any further with it. Anyway, I now have learnt that when I have an illness, it is because of me getting out of my comfort zone and thinking poorly of myself. So I used to say a lot of the time, and my words, right, I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm so sick and tired of this. I would get sick and I was really tired a lot of the time because of my words. I would get a picture of me sick, I would feel tired, and then I would wonder why I kept getting sick and feeling tired. And it was because of that statement. No, that's a statement that had just been passed on to me and down through who knows how many generations. But it wasn't until I looked at what I was saying and I thought, oh my God, I'm creating that. So what I had to stop saying that, first of all, which was a pretty difficult thing to do when you're used to saying something so often. Something would happen, I'm so sick and tired of this. Something else would happen, I'm so sick and tired of this. And then, then you're sick and tired. Oh my goodness. So I had to reframe it. So I had to come up with a statement that I could say instead. And so every time something not so good would happen, I'd be like, there's got to be something good in here. There's got to be something good in here. Find the good. So I would think about that instead. Now, it did take a little bit of time. It did take a little bit of reframing. And I started to write it. I just wrote, in every bad, there has to be something good. In every bad, there has to be equal or better something good. Isn't it funny? And then we get ourselves into a whole loop, Shona. I'm so sick and tired of being so sick and tired. I'm like, oh, too funny. My mum was really petrified of frogs. Oh my goodness. And my older sister is, and I've got some friends that are like, you attract people like people attract like, hey? So funny. So funny. So just have a think about what you say. Like, bad things happen in threes. And then how many times do you have 3 bad things happen? Like, what if 5 good things happen after 1 bad? Like, what if you just started to say that instead? Like, we make up our life by the things that we say and feel, and by the pictures we create. So think about this. Like, what is your story saying about you? The words that you're saying about you. What are you creating with it? And start to think about what you'd want instead. And change your words. Like, you got to think about, your mind created your body. So it can heal it. It knows exactly what to do. We've got to let it do it. So if you just kept saying all the time, I'm so happy and I'm so healthy. I love how happy and healthy I am. I'm so happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. We create everything in our lives. And if we, like, you just think, what is the pictures? Like, pictures go out. Like, your brain can only understand a picture and a feeling, and it will transmit whatever it's picturing and feeling, whatever it's thinking about. A lot of the times we're not thinking. I'm just going to throw that out there. We are not thinking, we are just regurgitating. We regurgitate what our parents did, what they said, what people, and like, if you think about it, if you think somebody has authority and they say something to you, you will take that as truth and then just start pumping it out. And you're like, see, what they said was true. No, it doesn't have to be. It's only because you believed that it was true, and you created that image and those feelings and just expected it to happen, that's why it happens. What if you expected something different? You can play around with this. You are so powerful. What do we do though? We just keep doing the same thing over and over again. We are creators. We are supposed to create our life, not recreate it. Do the same thing over and over again. Create. That's a creative state, is taking ideas and taking thoughts and turning it into a beautiful picture. And then you have to internalize that beautiful picture. So you've got to add feelings to it. If it doesn't feel good, change the picture or change your perception. It's all up to you. Everything is up to you. So stop being sick and tired and be happy and grateful and fun, wealthy, rich, whatever it is for you. All right. Have a great day. Think about what words you're using throughout the day today, and just have a check-in every now and then. See whose words you're using. Are they even yours? Or did you just pick them up from somebody else? Okie dokie. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.